Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday nights. We're back at this again. It is August 2nd and we are going to get started with our weekly chats again. I'm really excited. Um, I'm going to go ahead and record this one so that we can have it so you guys can watch it later and kind of get an idea of what the schedule is going to be like this month and hopefully for the next few months as well. We may do some tweaking here and there, but I kind of want to stick with the similar schedule just so we know what to plan for. Which is always a good thing, right? I like that. So I have my schedule that I put in the group over here on this side. So that's why I keep looking over there. But I want to kind of run through that and just explain a couple of things really quick. And also wanted to just lost my train of thought. I also just wanted to cover a couple of things in the schedule, just explain it as we go a little bit, and then just take a couple minutes to pray. I want to do that every week because I think that's really important. I think that we need to be praying for our teams, our customers, people that we're talking to, people that we don't even know yet that need what we have. And so I'm going to be doing that either live in the group and then again on our weekly calls as well. Each week we will do a call on Thursday nights. Sometimes it will be just like this, it's an encouragement / training call where we'll do a prayer and also do some training of some kind, just real short and sweet kind of a thing. And just to get to chat a little bit, I want to be able to have some interaction with y'all and talk about what's going on with you. If you have questions, how I can help, that kind of thing. So that's going to be a few of our weekly chats are going to be like that. We're also going to have at least one a month where we're going to do an actual event where we'll invite people to come and watch. So that's going to be really fun. I'll talk about that in the schedule here in just a minute, but just a kind of heads up to about what we're going to be doing. So let me run through the schedule real quick. I think how I have it posted right now, I have a graphic and then I have a whole bunch of stuff in the post. I think I'm going to take most of that out and just like leave the date and time and title. And then I'll put the rest of it down in the comments so that it's a little less bulky and hopefully less confusing too. So it'll have the date, time, and title of what's going to happen. And then you can check in the comments for more details. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I don't want a whole bunch of information in there. But I will continue to put the links in there just because I think it's helpful to have those links available. Then all you have to do is go back to that post and scroll down until you find the one you want, click on the link, and it'll take you right to the group where the stuff is happening, or to the Zoom where this is happening. The other thing I wanted to say about that really quick is, hold on, I lost my train of thought again. Okay, having the links in there for the different trainings, events, or whatever that you can just click on and go. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm going to also post this, pin it to the top of the page under announcements. So when you get on the page, if you can't find it, you can find it really easily two ways. You can either click on pictures and look for the one that says August schedule or whichever month we're in, schedule, and click on that, and that will automatically bring up the post. Or you can go to the top of the page. If you're on your phone, it'll say announcements. It'll have like a little grayed out bar and it'll say announcements and have a number. Or if you're on your computer, same thing. It'll have the very first post will be the announcements. And so right now we have like a welcome post up there, and then I'll have the monthly schedule pinned there as well. So just look for that if you're trying to find the information on all of the events and everything. They're in the pinned post at the top, the announcement post. Okay, let's run through this really quick. So we have right now, if you are looking at the August schedule, I just wanted to kind of touch on what I put in there already, just because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. It may look like a lot of stuff. It really isn't that much stuff, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do all of the things. You don't have to know everything to be able to do this business and be successful. I promise. But we do need to, every once in a while, update ourselves on product information, how to give good customer care, and how to grow personally. Those are some very important things we need to work on in little bits and pieces. It doesn't have to be big chunks. You don't have to spend tons and tons of time doing those things, but you do need to be moving forward in those areas. So that's what these trainings are for, is to help us move forward in those areas. Also, to help us move forward in our activity. I know that for my first, this is my third year, almost fourth year, November it will be 4 years since I joined. In my first several years of this business, activity has been my challenge. I have not made it a commitment to be consistent with my activity, and that has results, as my dad would say. You know, if you do the work, you put in the work, you're going to have good results. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to have good results. And so that's another area that our schedule here is going to kind of touch on. We're going to do some IPA. What does that mean? I watched a video the other day that says that means making money. IPA equals making money. So if you want to make money with this company, with this business of helping people and having a blast doing it, then you're going to want to show up to the IPA trainings or the IPA challenges and all that. They're not going to be super hard. It's not going to take a ton of time. It's just to help give you some tools as well as some accountability, which I need to make sure that I'm doing my activity. And as we go, we'll share tips and tricks on how to keep track of all of that. That's another thing that I really struggle with along the way is keeping track of who did I talk to? What did we talk about? When do I need to follow up with them? So we have tips and tricks about all those things too. So don't worry about it. We will help you. Okay, so the first thing, other than making sure that you are checking what the schedule is, making sure not to get overwhelmed, I put little like explosion, I don't know what they're called, like little kind of firework looking things. The more firework things on the schedule, the more important that thing is. So I have a couple of them that just have one or two. The one that has like 3, you definitely want to do that one. If you have to pick and choose. Obviously, all of them are going to be good, but pick and choose what will fit for your schedule. You don't need to spend a ton of time. Okay. The other thing is, if you've never done a Zoom video before, there are a couple things you need to know. When you log into Zoom the first time from any device, so if you log in on your computer and then you're like, oh, I'm going to have to do it from my phone today, it's going to be the same process either way, even if you've already logged in on the computer. You're going to need to set up an account. If you already have a Zoom account set up on your computer, that's fine. You're just going to have to download the app to your phone and then log in. So it's going to be a little bit of a process each time you log in for the first time. Once you've logged in for the first time, if you tell it to save your password, it's not going to be a big deal. It's a free account. They don't have a whole bunch of your information or anything. It's like an email address and that is it. And so it's really simple. I love Zooms because we get to see each other and we get to talk to each other and interact. It's a lot of fun. If you're not comfortable with that, you can turn your camera off if you don't want people to see you. Like if you're in bed or whatever. I've had people do that. They're in bed, they're listening to it, or they have the camera pointed at the ceiling or whatever. There's lots of ways you can get around if you're not comfortable looking at the camera or having the camera on. You can turn that off. I do ask that when you come into the meeting, you mute yourself. I can mute you too. If you can't figure out how to do that, it's not a huge deal. But unless we're having a conversation, like if there's a lot of stuff going on in the background of your house, or if there's like road noise or whatever, if you're on the road, all of those things add to the confusion of the Zoom. So just mute yourself unless you're talking. Feel free to unmute yourself if you want to have a question or a comment, whatever, that's totally fine. I want it to be interactive, so that's totally cool. We will be doing Zoom for our online events, for our Thursday night events. We will do some that are just only on Facebook as well, but the Zoom ones, we want to have that be for people who have more questions and want to come and maybe learn more about the business. We're going to do a specific informational series in that event about business. So if you know people who want to make some extra money and maybe they don't understand how our company is so different from all the others, invite them to that Thursday night event. Just prepare them ahead of time. They can call in. You can actually call in, like dial the phone number and call in and listen. But again, it's way more fun to be able to see each other on the camera. So, and being able to see each other's faces and body language and all that is huge. So try to get them on the camera part if you can, because it just makes such a big difference, I think, in terms of being able to connect with people. Okay, so if the events are happening in other groups, I put the links in the comments. You should be able to just click on the link and go to the group. It's not going to take you right to that training because I didn't have a link exactly for that, but you can go to the group and then just scroll looking for that info. I'll try to put like a graphic, if there's a specific graphic for that event that's happening in the group that you can it's easier to kind of find a picture sometimes. I'll put that graphic in the comments as well. just know you can actually do a search. I have the titles in there from the group. You can actually do a search in the group for that title, and it will bring up anything related to that. So that's something. And then if you're not in the group yet, like if you click on it and you can't get in, let me know and I will make sure you get added to that group. Those groups mostly are for ambassadors only. So if you don't try to add customers or anything or potentials into those, but they are, all your ambassadors are welcome in those groups. So if you have people join your team, you can put them in there, which I highly recommend because they're amazing. The only group that we do, I don't think we have any events in there going on right now, but the Dare to Dream group and the Gut Health and Happiness group, you can put anybody you want to in those groups, and they're amazing. So I highly recommend doing that. Okay, on to the schedule. So today we started the, oh, hold on, let me go back. I guess it was yesterday. No, today. Today is the second. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, we started the back to school thing, back to school with Plexus, and there's some tons of great information in Team Fire on the Hunger Control Slam today. So that was the product of the day. We were all supposed to go research that and then share what we learned and then make a post about it. You don't have to make a post about it, but if you want to, you can, and you can win prizes and stuff. And it's really fun. Plus, you get to learn a lot. Even if you don't want to participate, go read through the comments. There's a ton of really good information in there. So that's in Team Fire. It started today. It's going to go for 2 weeks. Tomorrow, we have a lunchtime Zoom with Charlotte, and that's for, I believe, anybody on our team. I don't have a Zoom link for that yet, but I will post that. You really want to get on there. It's not going to be recorded, but she is amazing, and you don't want to miss out on connecting with her and seeing the rest of our smaller family. She is my direct sponsor, and so it's really fun to connect with all of the people that are on her team. She's a diamond, so it's not a super small team, but it feels just like it's a little bit more intimate than some of the bigger groups. So definitely make sure you check back for that. I'll post a link when I get it. The other thing is next week on Monday, on all the Mondays this month, Lori Welch and Amber Miller, who are Brenda's, no, I'm sorry, they're a little above Brenda. So my sponsor is Charlotte, her sponsor is Brenda, and then Brenda's sponsor is Kristen, and Kristen's sponsor is Lori, and Lori's daughter and sponsor is Amber. So Amber and Lori are the ones doing the How to Hustle training in the Biz group. And again, I put links in there. It's going to be really good. They're doing, it's kind of based on the book, Girl, Wash Your Face. I haven't read that yet, but I've heard so many people talking about it. I'm really interested in hearing what they have to say. So those are going to be live in that group on Mondays, I believe at 11. The other thing you need to know about that is that they are live in the group. So if you can't be there at that time, you can go back and look for it later. No big a deal. Another tip for trainings and things that I love, Facebook Lives are really good to listen to, like when you're doing laundry or dishes or cleaning the bathroom or whatever. Just plug your headphones in and get going. The other thing, YouTube. If it's a YouTube link, you can actually speed that baby up. I love doing that because you can get more done. You can get more listened to in a shorter amount of time. So that's my secret tip for you today. Let's see. So that's in the Biz group. And then we'll do our Thursday night weekly chats here every week. And I've got in the schedule, I've put what our topic will be that week, what we're going to talk about. I believe it is the 16th. Or no, the 23rd. I think the 23rd we're going to be doing our event. I haven't decided for sure. The reason I have on the 16th Power Hour is because that is during our IPA week. That will be the 13th to the 17th is our IPA challenge, and you definitely want to participate in that. We're going to have some good tips. I'm going to give you all the words. There's nothing you have to stress out about. You just have to send the stuff. Key thing ahead of that, build relationships with people the next couple of weeks while we get ready for the IPA challenge. And then you can send them messages that I'm going to give you. And what we're going to be doing is inviting them to National Sip and See Day that Saturday, the 18th. So the 16th is our team chat that week. And during that team chat, we're going to work on doing a power hour. So that means we're going to be following up with people, making sure they know they're invited, seeing if they're going to come, If you're local, you're welcome to come here and bring your people here. If you're not local, we're going to Zoom like this. So it's going to be at our event is at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. And so we will Zoom from the event as much as possible. I'm limited to 40 minutes if we have more than one person logging in. But if we only have one group of you, like if there's a group in Seattle, you all get together at the same place, you guys can Zoom in. If there's a group in North Dakota, not North Dakota, Nebraska, I don't know what I'm saying. You all can Zoom in from one place. And so if we have all you all Zoom at the same time, then we can all kind of participate together, which will be fun. So that's on Saturday. We want to make sure we get people there. So invite people to your place, and then you can Zoom in from there, and we can all have a fun time together. So that's Saturday the 18th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Then the last week of the month, the 23rd, we will have our last power hour, perhaps an event, the online event I mentioned earlier. I have a great event script that I got from Michelle Thomas, which is just phenomenal. It's quick, to the point, very, very succinct, I guess, but lots of really good information too, and just really, really good. So I'm excited to try that out. And then on the 30th, we'll have one more Zoom together and cover just end of month stuff. So we'll just go through a little checklist that I've seen before. Brenda usually posts them, but I want to walk through that process with y'all so we can see, how to do that. And so that you know what to expect and how to make sure that we're taking care of our people. And some of that stuff should technically be done before the second to last day of the month, but we're going to work on it this month, and then we can get more on top of it the next month. All right. That is it for the schedule for this month. I just wanted to kind of run through it really quick. And now I'm going to pray for us, and then that's the end for tonight. I really, really am excited for this month and all the things that are coming. Today, I heard yesterday, I guess it was, Chris McCall say, they've been with the company a year longer than me. They've been with the company almost 5 years. And he said, it doesn't matter when you joined. Right now is a great time to be part of this company, which is so true. I mean, we have the new Joyome that just came out not very long ago, total game changer. We have the new Hunger Control Slam. We have the lean protein drink. Oh my goodness, lots of exciting things. There's not a better time to join than now. And I'm really excited that y'all are here and that we're all doing this together. This is going to be an exciting year. So I'm going to pray about that now. Dear Lord Jesus, I thank you so much for each person on this team. I thank you for all of our customers, for the blessing that you have brought to us through this company. God, I pray that you would bless the executives at corporate and just give them wisdom and guidance as they guide our company. And thank you so much that they care so much about us, that they want to make sure that every decision that they make is positive for us as well as for them, and not just about the bottom line. God, I thank you so much for that. Thank you for blessing this company in that way, with the integrity and the compassion and just the passion for helping people with their health and happiness. God, I just thank you so much for this opportunity. We are so, so blessed. And I just ask that you would continue to guide us and direct us. God, just bring us, each one of us, one more person every day to share this opportunity and these products with. God. We know they're life-changing. We thank you for bringing these into our life. And I pray that you would just continue to help us to reach out, move past the lie of the fear that is in our minds, that's telling us that we can't, or we don't know enough, or that we don't have time, or it doesn't really work, and all those other things. Well, God, those are lies, and we know that. We know where they come from. I just thank you for the grace to push past that, as well as the courage to step out and share what we know we have. I thank you in advance for the people's hearts who are going to be open and ready when we approach them with this, and for the people who you will bring to us. God, I pray that you would give us the words to share the exact thing they need to hear in that moment to be able to see what an opportunity this is and want to jump on board. Give them the resources or whatever it is that they need to be able to make that decision so that they can get their lives changed like ours have been. God, we thank you so much for the blessing that Plexus has been to each of our lives. I know that our lives have been so deeply changed because of this. God, there's so many stories just on our team here of miraculous things that you have done with the products and the finances. God, we just thank you so much for that. And we thank you for the blessings that are still to come. And just thank you for the vision and the passion that you have given each one of us to help those around us. I pray that you just help us guide that and to be able to be a blessing to others and to bring glory to you. God, we want to be big givers. We want to be the people who you bless with resources that we can share and do good with. We want to be the people who are conduits of your blessing and the resources that you have poured out on us. God, we want to let that just flow right through us to other people and to bring you glory. We just thank you so much for all of these things. I pray that you just continue to guide us and just continue to bless us, God, and help us to be a blessing too. We pray this in your name. Amen. Thanks, guys. I am looking forward to hearing from you. Sorry, like a little bit dazed after that. Open my eyes and there's like this bright lights now. I'm looking forward to the rest of this month. It's going to be exciting. This is the end of the Leader Retreat contest. And even if you think it's not possible, it's double points this month. It's completely possible. Some people earn this in the first month. There's still spots open. We can do this. So I'm looking forward to doing that with you and just excited for what God has for us. Y'all have a good night and we will see you next week, if not before. Bye.